with saying that, like many of your viewers, animals were the first ones that opened my heart. They were the first unconditional love. And then fast forward to when I turned around 40 years of age, I very unexpectedly lost my mother and all of my animal companions within a few months' time. And through that time, it kind of catapulted me into this deeper level of awareness. All of a sudden, I had spiritual gifts. All of a sudden, I had memories of traumas and tragic childhood events that I had repressed. And it guided me into this path of inner transformation, of doing my deep inner work, which led me to a psychotherapist who did all kinds of different, beautiful alternative modalities that I was completely unaware of at the time. But as I started doing energy work with her, immediately I knew this is what I want to do. And then in that first year of that, I started wondering, I wonder if this stuff works on animals. And then I began kind of learning through my friends' animals, and I found that it really did have very profound results with them, which was amazing to me. But then I also learned through working with them and their person being close by that they were often reflecting and mirroring the same patterns in their energy fields. Almost always there'd be abandonment in both of them, or betrayal, or there's all these different types of soul contracts. And I started observing that. I thought, well, that's interesting. And then I also observed that animals would sometimes revert back after they were cleared for whatever reason the person had wanted me to work on them. But when their person got involved with working on their mirroring wound or mirroring issue or challenge, all of a sudden the results were more sustainable. So that led me down the path of doing a lot of case studies, of working together in tandem with animals and people to see if the results would be sustainable. And guess what? They were. And that's when everything shifted for me, and I began working at, I look at it as working with the animal and the person's higher self on their soul contracts for why they came together. And it's been this fascinating journey since then. As they say, the rest is history. They're pre-life contracts that we orchestrate with our animals to engage in different challenges, in different behaviors, and different, all of these things are just opportunities to not look at the situation and say, what are there problems to fix? And it shifts into these are sacred opportunities for growth, for our mutual growth, for why we came together. So your animal's going to be nudging you. They're going to be triggering you. They're going to be saying, hey, you've got some anger in there. Let me do something that's going to help you bring that up. And they're going to be pushing you in that way. It's really fascinating. Instead of saying, why is my animal doing this? We want to shift it into, how is this an opportunity for our mutual growth? What is my animal showing me through his or her behavior or issue or challenge that is an opportunity at a soul level for us to do our deeper work together? And for those of us who get emotionally enmeshed with our animals or get very close with our animals, then that's when you know there's more soul contracts that are navigating and that you both have orchestrated in the heart of your relationship. And they're going to be mirroring back to us and reflecting to us what we need to be working on and how we can continue to grow and evolve and heal together. I remember one woman called me and she said, my animal is, I think it was a dog. I said, my dog is urinating on the guest bedroom pillow. Can you fix my dog from doing that? And I go, he's not urinating. And I started questions. He's not doing this anywhere else in the house? No. He only does it in that room? Yes. He only does it on the pillow, the guest bedroom pillow? Yes. And so I just started asking more questions. And there was a lot of no's until I got to, well, who's usually in that bedroom? No one is. Just guests are in there. Well, how do you feel when guests are visiting you and laying in that bed? Oh, I hate guests. I mean, it was spontaneous. I mean, she didn't miss a beat. I hate having guests. I can't wait until they're gone. And I said, well, that's interesting, isn't it? And so we got into deeper, we started sessions, and she learned that she wanted to take things differently with how she viewed guests. I didn't really realize that I really had that thought, but that spontaneous reaction made me realize that I was doing that. But as soon as she realized that it was about her thoughts about having guests in the house, the dog never urinated on the pillow again. And I really bring these things up because a lot of times the animals go to vets and they're on medication, and there's all of these things that are happening to the animals because of their behaviors and physical issues and challenges. And the soul contracts, once you become aware of them and begin to look at what the animal is showing you, that's the fastest way to bring healing for you both. And that she went on this journey of really finding out what it was about having people in her house and going back to, again, old wounding and patterns around that. So there's always these beautiful higher pictures, higher perspectives to these beautiful relationships that we have with animals.